Once upon a time, in a land filled with magic, there was a valley so beautiful it was called the Jewel of the Misty Moors. But one day the valley was trapped in thorns. Not just tangled, thorny vines, but completely swallowed by a maze of barbed roots that devoured everything in sight. Her younger sister Nia had gone into the forest to gather herbs for their mother and hadn't returned. Suddenly, a gruff voice boomed. "Who dares trespass?" Startled, Elara looked up to see a scowling boy with a crown of barbed vines. "These roots aren't for trapping. Nia, for connecting." "Nia, are you all right?" she cried, rushing to her side. I was just having a lovely dream," Nia murmured, stretching. The thorny maze was gone, replaced by a lush garden filled with flowers, plants, and herbs. Nia gasped. "It's even more beautiful than I remember," she breathed. "It felt like we were floating on clouds made of petals." As she spoke, the seed sprouted a small shoot. Then another and another, until it burst forth into a beautiful flower, its petals the color of the setting sun. Elara stared at him, surprised to see that the angry forest guardian had transformed into a shy forest guide. "You can control these roots?" she asked, nodding to the still shifting vines. She knew that her mother would be proud. Not only had she saved her sister and brought the Jewel of the Misty Moors back to life, but she had also shown kindness and understanding to a troubled young heart. The staff pulsed warmly in her hands, glowing faintly in the morning light. It was a reminder of the day she had saved the forest and the friends she had made along the way. "I used to," Thorn replied, his voice barely a whisper. "But I got so angry at everyone destroying the forest that I trapped them all inside. But your seed, it brought me back to my senses. Maybe I'll let the trees grow again." Thorn recoiled, shielding his eyes. "What sorcery is this?" he stammered. "I am Thorn, the forest guardian, and this is my chaos. You will never outmatch my chaos." He sneered, gesturing to the thorny mess that was once the Jewel of the Misty Moors. Thorn raised his hands, and the roots coiled around them shifted, forming a maze that trapped Nia inside. As dusk crept in, fear gnawed at Elara. Nia would never stay out after dark. It was also for restoring life to dead plant matter. If only she could bring sunlight to these roots, they would bloom again. Quickly, Elara rummaged through her satchel. She pulled out a tiny sunlit seed and carefully planted it in the staff. At first, nothing happened. Then the roots beneath the seed uncoiled and bloomed into a path, guiding her deeper into the forest. Taking a deep breath, she grabbed her bamboo staff and set off into the forest. This staff was no ordinary tool. It was a gift from their mother, a renowned botanist explorer. It could grow living bridges from roots over any obstacle. But its help, Elara hoped to find her sister. It was such a disaster that not even the wind could stir the air inside. Elara, who lived nearby, heard about it. But when they got closer to the valley, the staff began to pulse with a worried energy. Despair threatened to engulf Elara, but then she remembered what her mother had taught her. The staff wasn't just for destroying thorny barriers. Thorn roared with frustration and tried to choke the seed with thorny vines, but Elara shielded it with her body. "Stop it," she cried. Gently, Elara plucked a petal from the flower and tucked it behind Nia's ear. Her sister stirred and smiled sleepily. Thorn cleared his throat. Hello there," he said sheepishly. As the sun peeked over the horizon, Thorn led them to the edge of the forest, where the valley lay bathed in golden light. Elara smiled, her heart full. And Elara, the curious girl who loved botany more than anything, continued her journey, eager to learn more about the secrets of the natural world.